Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Houston Fieldhouse for tonight's women's hockey game between the Big Green of Dartmouth and your RPI Engineers. Let's meet the starters for both clubs. First, for Dartmouth, a forward from Ottawa, Ontario, number 11, senior Alyssa Baker. A forward from Rothsay, New Brunswick, number 7, junior captain Christina Rombout. A forward from Rockfall, Connecticut, number 13, sophomore Linda Essery. A defenseman from Aurora, Ontario, number 24, sophomore Katerina Deja. A defenseman from Győr, Hungary, number 21, freshman Lottie Odnoga. In goal tonight for the Big Green from Mississauga, Ontario, number 31, senior Christine Honor. And the rest of the Big Green of Dartmouth. The head coach of Dartmouth in her second season is Laura Schuler. The assistant coaches are Chris Cobb and Morgan Ilikainen. Now let's introduce the starters for your RPI Engineer. A forward from Dawson Creek, British Columbia, number 26, freshman Michaela Capel. A forward from Rockford, Illinois, number 17, sophomore Lauren Severson. A forward from Chase Mills, New York, number 10, junior Blake Oros. A defenseman from Copenhagen, Denmark, number 9, senior Josephine Hansen. A defenseman from Lake Forest, Illinois, number 14, freshman Delaney Weiss. And in goal for the Engineers from Sollentuna, Sweden, number 35, senior captain Lovisa Salander. The head coach of the Engineers in his second season is Brian Vines. The assistant coaches are Mark Cavosi and Tara Connolly. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor and respect our country and the men and women who have served and continue to serve America, we would like to ask you to rise and remove your hats, first for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem by the RPI Pep Band. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain standing for the presentation of the United States National Anthem by the Rensselyrics.
Stripes and bright stars through
The Rensselaerics, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Houston Fieldhouse for tonight's ECAC hockey game on RPI TV. Excuse me. It's the Engineers and Dartmouth Big Green. As it's worked into the zone and kicked away. We get an early face-off coming up. We got an early penalty. Blake Orioles going to the box on a trip. Right off the face-off, we get a shot, and it's blocked by Madeline Burnett. Great keep at the line by Sydney Hill. RPI won the previous meeting between these two teams, 2-1. Now Hill stick handling, takes a shot. It was blocked. Rebound kicks to the corner. It'll be sorted out there, kept in the zone. Into the slot, into the skates of McClanahan, excuse me. And RPI is able to clear it out of there. Big Green reset at center ice, cleared out by Capel. RPI shorthanded again tonight. Now they're without their top centerman in Sabrina Rapace. Now turned over at center ice, a chance to move in shorthanded. It was Lauren Severson. She elects to just dump it in, let RPI get a change here. Dartmouth on the attack, 44 seconds to go on the power play, and it's spun back out to center. Over to pick it up is Tess Bracken, senior from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And this will be icing now on Dartmouth. Shots 1-0 Big Green early on. An early penalty against Oros has Dartmouth on its first power play. But nothing doing so far. Offensive zone draw here for the Engineers, shorthanded, and Burnett takes a shot that skips into the corner. Gathered up by Bracken. Tess Bracken to lift it into the RPI zone behind Solander. Gathered up by Kendra Ferroli, junior out of Irvine, California, and she'll fling it all the way down the ice. Stopped up there. A touch for Christine Honor. It's moved through the neutral zone. Penalty is over. Shot comes in, saved by Solander. Kick behind the goal to the near side wall. Now a shot in. It was blocked. It's going to be covered up by Solander. Face-off win for the Big Green. Tipped out to center ice, and it'll be, looks like a penalty coming up here. It's going to be interference, looks like, on Dartmouth. A little bit of a hesitation on the call here. They're going to talk this over. Referee's arm went up. Chris Caruso didn't make a signal. It's going to be interference. That's what I thought. So right after the RPI penalty expires, Katarina Deja is going to the box, a sophomore from Aurora, Ontario. As the Big Green are going to break shorthanded and shoot it into the zone. Josephine Hansen trying to track it down. She's being hooked. And nothing comes of that, but the puck comes free. Aaliyah Lance. Good connection near side to classmate Michaela Capel. Capel into the zone, works it down low for Oros. Back up the wall, Severson. Lauren Severson behind for Oros. They play catch along the near side. Indirect to the point for Hansen. RPI power play at 10.8% on the year. Looking to take the lead early on here against Dartmouth. Here's a shot. Deflects off the iron. Might have been Capel who got a piece of that one. And it'll be chopped on out to center ice and moved on further. Shorthanded comes Jennifer Costa. She fires wide along the ice. As it'll be gathered up by Hansen now. She'll slow things up. 58 to go on the power play for RPI. And Hansen, the senior from Copenhagen, Denmark, will work it along off the stick of Lance. And be fired right back down ice. Oro's going to gather it up there. Team's leading point getter is Blank Oros, 20 points on 11 goals and 9 assists. That one hits Lance in the face off the stick of Severson. A little friendly fire there, but moved ahead by Wraithby. Wraithby in the zone all by herself does enough to allow the Engineers to change their power play unit. 28 to go on the man advantage. Feroli behind the cage, leaves it off there. Orzakowski waits in the corner, trying to center, broken up. And a chance for Dartmouth to clear, and it's gloved down by Feroli. Second effort gets the job done. Emily McLaughlin, sophomore out of Eden Prairie, going to clear it out. And second effort from Hill, fires it all the way down. That'll just about do it for the power play. Both teams 0 for 2 on early first period power play chances. 15:07 to go in the opening frame, or even again. Burnett near side for Schwalbe. Into the zone they go. Tie up behind the cage. And now going to be Rombach just fell down. It allows Tremblay to jump on it. Nice play off the wall. Weiss, a shot blocked by a skate, cleared to the point, kept in by Yawanski. Down low for Tremblay. She'll pull up in the corner. Big game here for RPI and Dartmouth. Engineers trying to improve their playoff positioning here. Try to solidify a spot in the final 8. And getting 2 points is big, especially with how tough their schedule is down the stretch. Nothing's going to come easy the rest of the way for these Engineers, and it doesn't help when 2 of your top upperclassmen scorers are out of the lineup in Grigsby and Rapace. On come the Big Green into the zone. Gabby Billing peels away at the corner. Tried a little handoff there. It does work out. They stay on the attack. Baker out of the corner. Works around to the near side. Sam Nolan over there for RPI. Junior from St. Louis, Missouri. Can't quite steer it clear. Now a shot comes in, blocked by Schwalbe. Flipped in deep. RPI will get a change. Sent behind the goal, and it'll be reset by Dartmouth. Here's Hill. Played it up the boards. It was broken up by Capel. And turned around by Billing. Up the wall now. Lindsay Essery gets it as far as the RPI line into the zone. Schwalbe, or Capel rather. No, it is Schwalbe. Moves it ahead for Oros, trying to break in. Oros takes the shot from the outside, sticked away easily by Honor. And now Capel worked it to the near side wall. Nice play. A little bit of room for Oros. She'll try a handoff for Burnett. That's broken up. Corralled by Severson. Severson on her backhand, trying to play it along for Oros. Didn't quite work out, but a good idea by the sophomore Severson. This will be gloved down behind the goal. by Deja. And moved out on the carry by Pudafont. Or Pudafunt, I should say. And this will be gloved down at center by Caroline Shaughnessy. Lifted into the zone by Pudafunt. And now Ferroli off the glass to center ice. Ondrick got a touch on it. McLaughlin ahead off the stick of Iwanski. Good tie-up by Weiss. Puck comes on goal, and Solander can get the benefit of a little bit of a quick whistle there. 11:55 to go in the first period. Shots are 4-2 in favor of Dartmouth. .11-12 to go in the first period. Another penalty, this on Capel for holding. Big Green on their second power play chance. So far on the season coming into this one, 9 out of 80, 11.2%. This will be chipped along by Burnett, shorthanded. She's canceled out by Bracken. Rombo. And now Bracken into the zone, trying to walk around Weiss. Throws it on goal from a tight angle. Solander had to be there with a stick. And that one's not cleared. Billing. Fed to the far side, now to the middle of the ice. McClanahan shot in a glove save by Solander. Had to see that one through a screen. And what she does so very well. Lovisa Solander up to 7 stops early on, and the countdown is on, 33 away from the all-time NCAA Division I mark. is Solander currently. Fed to the near side, turned around by Brecky. And now Hill into the middle. McClanahan back to Hill. And now Hill again on the backhand. She scores off the post and in. A power play goal for Dartmouth. And it's 1-0. Solander didn't see it at all. With 9:50 to go in the first period, the Big Green have the lead. One of those plays where you take that backhand knowing that a lot of times the goalie's not going to see it, not going to expect it. And it is a goal for Sarah McClanahan, freshman from Wayzata, Minnesota. Picks up her 6th goal this season. So Dartmouth 1 for 2 on the power play. The Engineers already some work to do in this one. Let me get another penalty here. It's going to be a body check on Wraithby, I think, or interference. Wait a minute. Falzone went to the box, but it wasn't on her. That's, you rarely see that. The band even got involved. Anyway, Wraithby's going off here. Wraithby's going off for interference.
RPI penalty number 12, Wraithby. 2 minutes.
Rose Falzone went to the box, but the penalty wasn't even on her. She slunk back to the bench, maybe a little bit embarrassed, but probably more relieved, I guess, that she didn't take a penalty. Here's Burnett for RPI trying to clear, and does, out to center ice. Sent back to the RPI zone. Big Green have to touch up. It allows Hansen a chance to clear, but she doesn't. Thrown right on goal. Saved by Solander. And a giveaway was a nearly costly one there. Odnoga, the Hungarian defenseman, just walked in and had an opportunity denied. And she was just given the puck, gifted it by Hansen. Fed behind the goal, off the back of the cage. Dartmouth still on the power play for another minute 20. They nearly had their 2nd power play goal moments ago, if not for the save by Solander. And now the Big Green moving in. McClanahan has the lone goal so far. Shot comes in, blocker save on the point shot by Hill. Here's Hill again. Shot was broken up and cleared all the way down the ice by Aaliyah Lance, freshman out of Edina, Minnesota, for RPI. There's a shot in, saved by Solander on the left pad, and she'll hold on to that one. Quick shot along the ice by Bailey Brecky. Still at 15 seconds to go on the power play. Shot comes in, hammered wide off the stick of Bracken. Moved ahead now. It's Capel, 3-on-2. Severson across. Oro's a shot and a save on the pad by Honor. Back out to center ice it goes. Severson. Wraithby. Dartmouth in the middle of a change. Wraithby into the zone. She'll take a shot right on, and again Honor makes the stop. She'll hold on to this one. And we get another stoppage here at the Houston Field. Now 7:03 to go in the first. It's 1-0 Dartmouth. Puck shot around. It'll be kept in by Nolan. Nice job by Sam Nolan to work it up the wall. Now it's taken back by Costa. Falzone into the zone. Her pass broken up by Hansen. Now another play to the side of the goal. Flipped on goal. As we get some pushing and shoving, Nolan got into it a little bit there with Brecky, and then they need to be separated. A little bit of a altercation there. Solander tight to the post, made a good stop. Face off in the RPI end. Poked at by Iwanski, stolen away. McClanahan to the point. Hill, a wrister through traffic. It skips wide. As it'll be worked around behind the goal. Flip back into RPI territory. Picked up by Lily Friis-Hansen. Her cross ice feed was nearly picked away. It is shot in by RPI in the end. Baker chipping it off. Poked into the RPI zone deep. Baker on it. Alyssa Baker, senior from Ottawa, gets it back along the far side, and Severson stole it away for a moment. Pops free. Essery. Cross ice feed broken up, but still in the zone. Baker fighting Hansen for it. Hansen steals it away, trying to kick it up to center ice, and does. Now backpedaling there before turning around was Daja, and she'll play into the zone. Hansen up the glass, gloved at by Hill, played by Billing. Now Cornell shoots it off the leg of her own teammate, and it'll be Weiss to find Capel to chip it deep. Shots are 12 for Dartmouth early. And the Big Green have a 1-0 lead. Center ice for Oli has it for RPI. On for Schwalbe, senior out of Anchorage, Alaska. She'll chip it off the end boards, get there first. Schwalbe looking for a pass, finds Ferroli, and then she scores! From behind the goal, Kendra Ferroli. Looked like she was trying to center it. It must have hit the goaltender's stick on her and hopped up over her shoulder. Second goal for Ferroli, her second career goal. And she's become a weapon for this RPI team. She didn't have a goal for 2 years as a member of the Engineers, but now has a couple of goals in a short period of time. She scored back on January 26th at Brown in a 1-0 win. And here she ties things up. Now a shot to go! Lily Fries-Hansen, her first collegiate tally. And the Engineers have the lead all of a sudden. My goodness. 9 seconds apart. RPI scores. And we have a goalie change as Shannon Ropp is in. So 2 of the more unlikely heroes so far for RPI have the Engineers in the lead 2-1. Second career goal for the junior defenseman Kendra Ferroli. And then you have the freshman out of Lyngby, Denmark, Lily Fries-Hansen with her first collegiate tally. 9 seconds apart on the goals. And now Capel on the backhand. That one is kicked at by Ropp, who's making just her 4th appearance of the year, 12th career game for the senior from West Bloomfield, Michigan, Shannon Ropp. And with 3:22 to go in the first, RPI all of a sudden, like a lightning bolt, has a lead. Dartmouth on the attack, trying to even things. Rombo all the way around, finds Hill. Hill will cycle. Ferroli there. It'll go behind the cage. Sent across, broken up. Wraithby wants to skate. It's a 2-on-2. Schwalbe trailing, centering feed, put wide. Good defensive play by Foglia. And now carried back. Pulling up is Rombo, top of the zone. Just shielding off Weiss. He elects to dump it in on the backhand. Hansen will whack it around to the near side. Tremblay there. Lifting a stick, trying to clear the zone, and kept alive. Backhand goes wide off the stick of Costa. It'll be picked up in the far corner. Shot to the near side. Through traffic, and that one might have gotten to Solander. As it stick behind the goal. Delayed offside and a whistle. And we get a stoppage. 2 minutes to go in this first period. It's 2-1 RPI. .118 to go in the first period. RPI leading 2-1 here. Hill at center ice. Held up there by Aaliyah Lance, and it'll be Cornell to dump it in. Madeline Burnett wraps it around, kept it at the point by Hill. She'll fire it towards goal. It was blocked by Burnett. And then gathered up by Wraithby, who lifts this one in. Hits off the glass in a peculiar manner, and the netminder Ropp has to play it off. Now a shot comes in, is blocked. Second try, no. Going to be kept alive by Hansen. 2 seconds to go in the period, and that'll do it for the opening frame. 2-1 is the RPI lead. Shots are 13-6. Dartmouth will be back with a second just a bit here on RPI TV.
present has no giving. Your gift keeps on giving. Oh, what is this I'm feeling? Oh, if you wanna leave, I'm with it. Oh, we've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise a bar and our cups to the stars. Hey, we're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rinse Lyrics.
Getting set here for the start of period number 2, RPI and Dartmouth. It was a 9-second burst there as Blake Oroz now gets a bit of a bear hug in front of the Dartmouth net. She went after a puck that Shannon Ropp looked like she was about to pick up, or did. 9 seconds apart, the Engineers scoring to turn a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead. Sarah McClanahan scoring the lone Dartmouth goal in that first period. Shots were 13-6. Dartmouth in the opening frame. That's 12 saves if you're scoring at home. For RPI senior netminder Lovisa Solander, putting her 28 behind the all-time record. Now a giveaway, side of the cage. Nothing comes of this, and in fact it goes wide. Popped off the glove of Weiss and cleared out. Back comes Oroz. Turned around there. Brecky into the zone. Chip behind the cage. Stolen away, good pressure by the Big Green. Now a shot comes in and a save made on the shot by Bracken. And carried out by the Engineers, moved to center ice. This will be an icing call.
Ladies and gentlemen, RPI Hockey would like to welcome RPI's class of 2020, the Rensselaer Lyrics, and all the fans in attendance tonight. Thank you for your support of RPI women's hockey. Let's go Red.
Face-off coming up here in the Dartmouth zone. Their official didn't like how that puck went around the wall by the Zamboni door, and they must be new, because that's just kind of how it is here. Long story short, they're trying to fix stuff around that door, but actually it's not where the door is. It's actually a panel away on the boards. There's some snow buildup there. You don't expect that early on in a period like we are, but you know, those corners can be tough for Zambonis to get to. I think that's just the issue. There's some buildup along the wall, and that's where the puck hit. And yeah, they got a bit of a hole there. Josephine Hansen's over to check it out. They're going to fill it in, it looks like, with some mush. That's a technical term. 18:38 on the clock, second period. Lovisa Solander, 28 saves away from the all-time NCAA record. Brianna McLaughlin of Robert Morris set the current mark 10 years ago. Now they're doing some more digging. Oh boy. I didn't think it was that warm out, but they're having a little bit of an ice issue early on in the second period. Nothing like the glass break we've had twice now in men's games here this season, but certainly a bit of a delay that the teams will have to deal with. Plenty of airtime on RPI TV for the Houston Fieldhouse crew over the last couple of weeks. We had the ice break, I think it was last Saturday against Cornell. All right, we're ready to go. Worked up the wall and moved ahead. Jumping on it is Costa. Costa backhanding it through, and it poked away in the last possible instant by Schwalbe. It was Billing looking to get on the back end of that feed. As it's kept in the zone by Billing. Popped in the air, gloved at by Costa. She goes down to the ice. Iwanski trying to get out of the zone. She can't do so. Race for the puck, and Hansen's going to get there. Josephine Hansen going to pull up behind the goal and find Aaliyah Lance. Lance to center, on for Schwalbe. Schwalbe pulls up at the half wall, and she looks to cycle. Oro's digging away on the forecheck, but it pops free to Brecky. Bailey Brecky, the junior from Oxford, Ohio, gets it into the RPI zone.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Counting goals for Dartmouth, number 29, Shannon Rock. Number 29.
And they're just now announcing the goaltender change, which I'm pretty sure we had correct. Yeah, Ropp's in there. She has one save so far in this contest. She entered after the Fries Hansen goal back in the first period. Here's a shot in, sticked away by Solander. Good hard slap shot by Daja. And now another one goes wide from the near side from Odnoga. And this will be cleared out by the Engineers as this has been touched. I didn't see it. Play on, broken up. Played on by Tremblay, right onto the tape of Brecky, who sends it back the other way. That's picked off and shot in by Weiss. RPI putting some pressure on in the offensive zone, is turned around and skated out by the Big Green. Sent to the near corner. And now moved along behind the cage. Hill pulls up, takes a shot, swiped away by Hansen. Big Green on the attack. That one flutters through the middle. Picked up by Hill. That one's fed all the way through, and Solander makes the save. Shot to the open point on the near side. And now Iwanski. Iwanski out of the, or make it Wraithby out of the corner. Had it poked away. Now back to the point. That shot's blocked. Wraithby can't keep it in the zone. She shoots it in. RPI has to touch up, and they do. Kicked at by Wraithby. Moved in. This is Lance. Stops at the half boards. Behind the goal. Wrapped to the near side, now to the middle of the ice. And luckily for the Big Green, only Billing was there. She's able to move it down, all the way down. Now here's Oro stepping into the middle. Lost it. Looks like she was trying to do a little drop pass. And didn't work out. Now we got a penalty coming up here. It's going to be a body check, it looks like. No, a trip. So another power play opportunity here for Dartmouth. Trailing by a goal. Oro's back to the box for the second time. So Dartmouth already 1 for 3 on the man advantage, has their third opportunity here. Odnoga, far side, into the skates. Good corral by Romboat. And now work down low again. Essery, Romboat to the point. A slap shot, stick saved by Solander on a hard slapper from Bracken. And now Burnett, a chance to break shorthanded. 3-on-1. Here they come. Capel across. A shot, they score! Shorthanded goal. Lawrence Severson. It's 3-1 RPI. The goal for Severson is her 5th of the season. A beautiful play by Capel to wait and wait and wait, and then send it across, and Severson made no mistake, beating Ropp for the shot there. Puck pushed along as it's turned back up ice and knocked down by Weiss. And she'll clear it down. Still a minute to go on the Dartmouth power play. They're 4th. Here's Essery to dump it in. Behind the RPI key. Now turned back, and it'll be back out to center. Fed in and around. And Iwanski lost it. Centering pass, looking for Romboat. That was broken up. And now back to the point. Here's Bracken. A lot of room to walk in. Bracken, a shot deflects over the top of the cage to the side of the net. It's kicked down to there by the skate of Iwanski. And now picked up, and Bracken's going to fire wide. As it's carried behind the goal by Burnett. And RPI is going to reset there. Dumped in and out of play and went over the glass. 11:49 to go in period number 2. 3-1 is the RPI lead. Back to action here. 11.5 to go in the second. Engineers up 3-1 on Dartmouth. Now Nolan around behind the goal, going to leave it there, but given away And a jam try at the net front, and a save is made by Solander. Something the Engineers have to clean up here. A couple of times now, they've just given the puck away in front of their own goal, and Solander's bailed them out. You can't keep doing that. Now, Oro's walking her way in. It's going to be covered up by Ropp. She didn't get a whole lot on the shot, but it's going to be held on to there.
Say, fans, are you hungry? Download the Video app tonight. Have orders, sit back and relax. Place your order at video.com on your Video app with the promo code RPI and receive coffee cup of your first order. Video is proud to support and we need RPI.
Puck behind the goal. Good job pressuring here by the Engineers. As it's moved in, looked like Esri was offside. Now she gets hauled down. Penalty coming up. Well, this is one of those situations where if they blow the whistle for offside, I thought she was offside. Maybe I'll get a chance to look at it again. If they blow the whistle for offside, as I thought she was, there would be no penalty, of course. But then she was hogtied by Capel. And Capel goes off for the 5th RPI penalty. It's going to be a holding call. So another opportunity here for Dartmouth. And had a chance for the Engineers to clear it out, and they do. Yeah, I don't have a great angle on it watching it again, but it looked like Esri crossed the line early. Oh boy, it was awful close. Anyway, it's a moot point now as they've dropped the puck and carried on. 5th power play opportunity for the Big Green. Comes down 2 goals this time, thanks to the Severson shorthanded tally. Hill, a shot. And that one is blocked by the shoulder of Solander as it's cleared on out to center ice. Behind the RPI goal now. Big Green looking to set up on the man advantage. This is very un-Engineers-like to take this many penalties. There's a shot on goal by Baracki and a save by Solander again, this time much easier than the previous. To the near side, a one-timer and a glove save by Solander on the drive off the stick of Baker. Nice job to hold on that time. That one's wide. Solander up to 19 saves in the contest. We're about halfway through this game. It's going to be awful close to 40 by the time this one's said and done. There's a shot and a save by Solander. There is 20. Iwanski in the near corner. Chance to clear for RPI. They keep taking these penalties, RPI. So that's offside. There's a couple of Big Green across the line already. Or still. If RPI keeps taking penalties, Solander's going to break the record tonight. Capel in the box for another 17 seconds. Now Hill, 6 to go on the power play. Hill's got it again. Wrist shot and a blocker save by Solander. Out of the box comes Capel. It'll be gathered up by Schwalbe. To center ice, she'll carry along. Tries to make a move. Poked away by Brecky. Moved it up the wall, kept in by Ferroli. Under 8 to go in period number 2. On come the Big Green. Stick to, looked like it was headed wide on the shot by Hill. Help behind, and now Engineers try to break to center ice. First one to it's going to be McLaughlin. Tap to the corner. McLaughlin on it. Worked up the wall, and now Costa cutting hard to the net was Falzone. Now a shot comes in, blocked away. Second try, kicked out by Solander, and the puck goes into the corner. Oros. To center ice, shot back in. Oros was all tied up with one of the Big Greens, so RPI had to wait to go after it. Now they do move it ahead. Nearly picked by Hansen. She wanted to skate back the other way. Good stick handle by Costa. She eventually lost it. Falzone shoots it in. Hansen off the wall for Oros. That's broken up. Second effort, no. She was trying to work it past Puttefunt. And now spinning out of the zone with the puck and losing it was Wraithby. Tied up Oros. 6:20 to go in the second. 3-1 is the RPI lead. A shorthanded goal here in the second by Lauren Severson. As RPI in front by 2. Now nearly gloved by Iwanski. She goes hard into the end boards. Puck's underneath her. Baker tried to play. Now Rombout does. Slap to the point. Gathered up by Shaughnessy. That shot was blocked down. It was thrown towards the net. Now Baker's on her knees along the half boards trying to cover the puck up, but we're going to get a whistle here. Nowhere really go in that situation. Shots are 22-10 in favor of Dartmouth. That means 21 stops for Lavisa Solander. And she's going to be awfully close to the record by the time this game's over. Final in women's basketball up the hill. RPI 64, Bard 38. Men's game underway now. In men's hockey, the Engineers are at Dartmouth as well tonight. That's a 7 o'clock puck drop, and the Engineers are up 1-0 in that game. Will Riley scoring from Chase Zeke and Otto Ville-Lepinen. 5 minutes in. 1-0 RPI men's hockey. Moving in now. Nice move by Severson. Dangles her way in. Now a shot by Oros is gloved by Rapp. Face-off coming up. 5:16 to go. It'll be Schwalbe to take the draw here against Rombout. RPI wins it back to the point. Tie up in the near corner, goes back behind the cage. And they finally working on it out. It's going to hop up into the bench. We'll get a stoppage with exactly 5 minutes left. Puck behind the cage, left there by Solander for Hansen. Hansen back to pick it up. Behind to the near corner. Picked up by Lily Fries Hansen. She picked up her first collegiate goal tonight. Shot in by Tremblay, going to be covered up by Ropp here. For a whistle. 12th shot for the Engineers. Story so far in this one has been the penalty kill for RPI. Yeah, they've given up a power play goal, but they're also killed off 4 others. And they've also scored a shorty, so they're even when down a player in this contest. Oros. As far as plus minus goes, technically pluses all the way around for the 4 penalty killers that were on for that goal. You don't get a minus if you're on for a power play goal against. RPI clears this one out. They're going to wave off the icing. Burnett, Ferroli, Severson. Whistle and offside. 21 saves for Lovisa Solander so far. 19 away from tying the NCAA Division I career mark. 41 tonight would set the record. 41 would mean 3,810 saves for Solander. He's just about halfway there currently, with 3:29 to play in the second. If she doesn't get it tonight, then more than likely it'll be tomorrow. Well, almost certainly tomorrow. Emma Hicks at center, taken over and fed back into the Engineers zone. And they're going to wave off the icing here. Hansen lifts it high in the air to the center. That bounds right through Hill, and it'll be back to pick it up. Megan Cornell, the sophomore from Bloomington, Minnesota. On for Billing, now into the zone, poked away from Baker, and turned around. Here's Tremblay trying to pick up some steam into the zone. Her dump was blocked, picked up by Oros, trailing. Oros, stick handling, fires a shot off the base of the net. Nearly snuck it in that near post on Ropp. You hear the ping of the iron on the bottom of the goal on the shot by Oros. Carried back along and in by McLaughlin, trying to walk her way in and fed it wide. Now McLaughlin again, broken up. Severson tried to walk it through some skates, thrown off a leg, and now Oros again. Trying to step around Onoga. Oros still on it, and she fed it wide in the end. Now Ferroli, she'll take a wrist shot, hit a leg. Glove down by Onoga. And now Wraithby looking for a pass in front, finds Schwalbe. Schwalbe, a backhand shot, and that one's turned away. Good opportunity there for the Engineers. In tight quarters. Now back in it goes. Sent around behind and can be lifted towards the neutral zone. Good play by Hansen to just all but stop that play at the red zone, at least to allowing their teammates to get back in defensive position. It'll be gathered up now by Brecky. Minute 13 to play in the second. Brecky on the move. Walking her way in around the net. Still Brecky on it. Little handoff there to the near side. Bracken walking in. Wrist shot was blocked. Nice job to get in front of that one by Lance. And now to the far side, it's sent all the way through. Picked up by Schwalbe. 2-on-2 if they hurry. Couple of Dartmouth players trailing. Schwalbe, or excuse me, Capel tried to get that shot off. Couldn't do it. It'll be gathered up here by Weiss. Weiss will shoot it in. Around behind it goes, coming up on 30 seconds to go in the second period. Broken up there. Kept in by Burnett with 26. And now picked up by Baker. On for Romboat. Lifting it into the middle. Dartmouth changing behind Romboat. It'll be Oros at the wall. On for Fries Hansen. Trying to move it in. Here's Severson and they're offside. As Fries Hansen kind of lost her balance when she was playing that puck off. We'll have a draw coming with 11.1 to go. In period number 2, it's 3-1 Engineers. Goals by Ferroli, Fries Hansen, and Severson. If you had those three scoring tonight, then let's just go buying a lottery ticket. But certainly good news for RPI, who's without Rapace, without Grigsby, and you're still putting up 3 goals, and that's when you need players like the freshman Fries Hansen, Kendra Ferroli, her second goal in 2 months after no goals in 2 years here for the Engineers from the blue line, and Lauren Severson, who seems to be coming into her own as a sophomore, picking up her 5th goal of the year after not scoring at all last year. 3-1 Engineers after 2 periods. Shots are 22-13 in favor of the Big Green. We'll have the 3rd period coming up in just a bit. You're watching RPI Women's Hockey on RPI TV. Third period underway. RPI and Dartmouth from the Houston Fieldhouse. Thanks so much for joining us this evening here on RPI TV. There's a steal by Oros. Breakaway coming. Oros lost the handle. An opportunity there for the Engineers. Blake Oros trying to make a move to her forehand. Ended up losing the puck there. And the glorious chance goes by the wayside to make it 4-1. Now a shot comes in. Capel. Rebound. She scores! It's Oros who would not be denied. It is 4-1. And you can forget about the breakaway that she wasn't able to put away. And she lifts that rebound into the top left corner of the net. It's a 4-1 RPI lead. On comes Ferroli. It's a barrage here for the Engineers. 4 goals in the game already. Looking to try and open things up. They scored 4 here against Union last month as this one skips wide. 12 goals on the season now for Blake Oros. Now we get a shot there held on to by Solander. Tie up in the far corner of the Dartmouth end. It'll be moved along nicely by Nolan. Severson back to the point. Capel gets it back. Wrist shot coming. And it's behind the netminder and covered up. What a play by Shannon Ropp to keep that one out of the net. It'd be great to see the top-down view of that one. Just kept out by Ropp. Engineers trying to make it 5. Stretch pass here, nice move. Essery walking in, and she fires high up into the netting. It was Capel who was looking for her second goal at the other end, and then Linda Essery, the sophomore from Rock Fall, Connecticut, leaving everybody in the dust as she drove it hard to the net. Back out to center it goes. Essery centering, blocked down. Sent up the boards. And now good connection to center ice. Capel pulls up in the circle. Had it poked away by Cornell. Oros. Capel trying to center. Oros on the other side. She was tied up nicely by Cornell. Not allowing her to get the shot away. Severson now behind the net. Capel back to Severson. Engineers playing with fluidity right now. Backhanded wide of the goal by Severson. Picked up by Hansen. Now Hansen again, twisting and turning, fires in a save. Rebound kick to the near side. Delaney Weiss pinches in. And now Hill. From center ice, that's wide of the goal, helped aside by Solander there. Down the middle. And fanning on it there was Falzone. Shot in by Weiss. Nearly stolen away on the far side. And now Schwalbe. Off for Tremblay, intercepted by Fries Hansen. Fries Hansen walking her way in. Centering feed, and it'll be covered up by Robb. Some pep in her step for Lily Fries Hansen. She picked up her first collegiate goal earlier in this game. And you never know what kind of confidence that can bring for a young player. And just being strong on the puck there, driving around the net, trying to throw it out in front. Big Green look to break to center ice. It's a 4-1 RPI lead. Shots are 23-18 in favor of Dartmouth. Sent along by Daja. Tipped into the RPI end. Poked at by the reach of Nolan. She'll get there again and work it up the boards. Nolan on for Fries Hansen. Didn't see it. Shot right back in by Megan Cornell. Listed as a right winger, but she's been playing D all game. And that continues here. Puck back out at center. Moved into the RPI zone. Nice move and a save by Solander, point blank. That was Costa driving her way in. She gets run into there. Now Oros trying to jump on one. Capel gets dumped behind the goal. Penalty coming up on the Big Green. They're going to get Hill. Worked up the wall, kept in for a moment. Extra skater on for RPI, only for 2 seconds. Sydney Hill goes off for body checking. Second power play chance for RPI. They're 0 for 1. Shot comes in, saved by Robb, and it's pushed away. Solander, or excuse me, Severson, trying to get her stick on that. She did. Poked it right off the stick of Robb. Now Oros twisting and turning in the corner. Cycling for Capel. Capel had it poked away. Now Brecky can't get it past to the point where Lance was there. Gave it right back. And the second effort will be actually gloved down by Leo Lance and work back for Hansen. Severson Moves it along up the wall, chips it in. Far side, nice keep again by Lance, who's not a defenseman by trade, but does a good job to keep the play alive on the point. Loose in the circle. Chance to clear. Romboat can't. Then we work back behind. Caroline Shaughnessy gets it as far as center ice. Schwalbe has it, and now Hansen. Schwalbe into the zone. Back to the point now. Ferroli. Good breakup by Falzone, but the Engineers keep it alive for the time being. Backhanded further. Dartmouth's going to clear. Schwalbe across. Ferroli. That one hit the skate of the linesman on the far side, and a little bit of a bounce there for Brecky to clear again. 14 to go on the power play. Shots of 24-19 Dartmouth. Ondrik into the zone. Penalties over. Engineers 0 for 2 on the power play. Iwanski working her way up the wall, finds Tremblay. Ondrik, stick handling. Looks to cycle on further. Smart play. You're up 4-1. Make the simple play. Now it gets by Ondrik, and out to center comes Jennifer Costa. Broken up there by the Engineers. Tremblay across the red line will dump it in. Ondrik will chase. She gets there first. Engineers change behind her. She'll pin it up. Being held up by Shaughnessy. Oro's just off the bench. Comes to try and help out the sophomore Ondrik, and does. Oro's now pinned up by Shaughnessy. Working up the boards is Costa. Some room on the far side for Romboat. Her shot gets blocked. Behind the cage, it's Kirsten Iwanski, the junior, out of Marquette, Michigan. Daja to center, now moving in, a pad save, and the rebound trickles wide of the goal. Left pad stopped by Solander. It looked like Hansen carried that thing wide of the net. Back to the point, and now near Point Hill. Shot coming, blocked by Hansen. Puck poked to the near side. And we're gonna get a penalty here, as Hansen was dumped. I think it's gonna be on the big green. So back-to-back power plays here for RPI. Romboat's going off here. Christina Romboat, the junior, heads to the box. 4 holding this time. RPI looking to capitalize on the power play for the first time. They're 0 for 2. Dartmouth the other way is 1 for 5 in this one. Poked off the circle by Orzakowski. Nice play. Slap shot coming. Saved by Ropp. Rebound sits there. Schwalbe going to pick it back up again. Spin it down low. On to Orzakowski. Carries to the corner. Takes a shot, and a save is made by Ropp with Wraithby in front. Engineers needing to kind of mix and match here. Power play units. We're seeing Orzakowski in a spot she hasn't been in, and she's doing fairly well. She's playing her 97th career game for RPI, just 1 assist in her career. But got off a decent looking shot there from the circle and nearly turned it into a rebound opportunity. Ropp did a nice job just holding on to that one. Orzakowski now digging for it. Pinching in is Burnett. Loose puck. Hill gathers in. She's now wrapped up by Wraithby in the corner. Minute 18 to go in the RPI power play. Engineers up 4-1 with 8:40 to go in the third period. Haven't been too many comfortable leads for this RPI club. They tend to play in more tightly contested way in the final minute or overtime type games, but I'm sure Coach Vines and the rest of the staff will be just fine trying to ride out a victory instead of trying to win it late. Here's Ferroli, a wrister, loose in front. Schwalbe trying to find it, and finally does, but by the time she does, she's not facing the net anymore. Puck back behind the goal. Orzechowski fights for it there. Worked up the wall by Costa to center. Still short-handed for another 35 seconds. Costa will move it in on her own. She'll take a shot, blocked in the air. It'll come down off the top of the dasher and flop down for Burnett. Madeline Burnett, sophomore blue liner out of London, Ontario, works ahead near side. Severson some speed. Severson around the net, being leaned on by Shaughnessy. Leaves it in the corner for Oros. Oros is wrapped up there. She'll cycle for Capel. Penalty about to expire. Capel centering feed, looking for Severson. Couldn't steer it on goal. Now a backhander goes wide for Capel. It'll be worked out by Dartmouth, the center. No, intercepted by Hansen. Hansen, a shot partially blocked. Not even sure you could call that a shot, but she gets back on it. Hansen around, takes a shot, and she scores! Josephine Hansen. She wouldn't be denied. Like Oros before. A second chance opportunity. And the senior from Copenhagen, Denmark, picks up goal number 4 on the season. And her 9th collegiate tally. With these Engineers, the assistant captain makes it 5-1. Right through the 5-hole on Ropp. And we're going to get a stoppage here. And a timeout on the ice.
Timeout, Dartmouth.
5 goals for the Engineers tonight. The most they've scored under head coach Brian Vines is 5. The last time they picked up 5 was back in 2016-17 when they defeated RIT 5-1 here at the Houston Fieldhouse November 25th of 2016. The last time RPI scored 5 goals in a game was a non-league game, of course, against the Tigers. Last time RPI scored this many goals in a league game was a year earlier, 2015-16. They beat Brown 6-2 on the road. It's been a scoring outburst without 2 of their top scorers on the season, who are both out due to injury. Jamie Grigsby and Sabrina Rapace. You thought against this Dartmouth club it was a tight game up in Hanover early this year. 2-1 RPI was able to win. Now, where is the scoring going to come from? And it's come from all over the place for RPI. A couple of defensive players have scored. Lily Freys-Hansen picked up her first collegiate tally. And of course your goal scoring leader Blake Oros picked up one as well. 5-1 RPI, 6.5 to go in the 3rd period. Puck flipped along through everybody, raced for it. And they're going to wave it off as Costa and Ferroli go into the corner. Costa, great hands for the winger. Now a shot comes in and was blocked by Capel. Going to go behind for Burnett. A good amount of people just showing up to the game as a puck comes in for Oros. Maybe they thought it was an 8 o'clock start. I'm not sure, but about 30 or 40 people at the door. Anyway, walking in, shot comes in, saved by Solander on the shoulder. Oros back behind, and now Nolan walking right in, now around the back of the net. Putafut, no, to the point. Shaughnessy's shot was blocked, tipped up into the Dartmouth bench. And we get a stoppage here, 5:07 to go. We get a timeout here with 5:07 left in this one. 5-1 is the Engineers lead. You're watching RPI Women's Hockey on RPI TV. Puck in the corner, 4.5 to go. Pinching in, the shot comes in, sticked away by Solander. On the try by Brecky. It'll be lobbed into the zone, and Nolan going to whack it on further for Wraithby. Center ice, twisting and turning is Billing. Billing on the move. Pulls up, circle, poked away by Iwanski, stolen away by Lance. She wants to escape. Aaliyah Lance in the corner. Being harassed and hooked by Costa, works it back to the point. It's redirected in front. Might have been Severson on the change of direction there, as Wraithby lost the handle, moved out by Bracken. On for Costa. Shot in, hit his skate. Now into the middle of the ice. Puck comes free to Weiss. She'll shoot it out of the zone. And now a shot and a shoulder save by Solander into the corner. Make that stop number 27 on the night for Lovisa Solander. Still 13 away from tying the NCAA record. And it looks like tomorrow for the record breaker. Centering pass, looking for Hicks, and it pops up into the glove of Raup. Face off here. Tremblay. To the corner. Cornell going to clear it out. Burnett going to spin it right back in. Picked up nicely by Cornell. She'll go D to D. Hicks putting the pressure on, forces a turnover, nearly does. Rombout for Baker. Pressure from Capel. Capel goes down, and a penalty coming up. It's going to be a trip. And the Engineers draw another penalty, getting closer to evening up this manpower advantage situations totals. It's the fourth one. Dartmouth on the other side, 1 for 5. RPI 0 for 3 so far. And this one will take us, barring a goal, to nearly the end of the game. 2:04 left in the contest when that penalty was called. A trip on Cornell. Megan Cornell on Dartmouth. That could be confusing if not for the fact this is only being aired over the internet with video. On the radio, that could be confusing. Here's Schwalbe. Shoots it in. Ferroli in the corner over skates. Good recovery by Schwalbe there. And now picked up on the near side. Orzechowski moves it in, but Engineers have to touch up as someone was still getting back on side there. I think it was Ferroli. Fed all the way down the ice, and a cheap save for Solander. Off the stick of Bracken. She could use a couple of cheap ones with the way she's had to make some tough ones here. They score. Bracken shorthanded. It's 5-2. Second goal the Big Green have scored on the backhand tonight, and this time it's Bracken with a nice move into the offensive zone. Not the kind of goal you want to give up if your RPI is almost the exact same spot as the McClanahan goal. Inside that left post, and it's a 5-2 game with 50 seconds to go. Lifted up the glass. It pops in the air. It'll be settled down by Brecky. Brecky with speed. All the way in. Kicked away by Solander. Shaughnessy at center ice. Turns it back in. 29 saves for Solander. Capel. At center ice, lobs it along. Trying to jump on it, Fries Hansen. It's poked away nicely by Daja. And kept in by Iwanski. 8 seconds to go. Tremblay in the corner. Penalty about to expire. It is over. Engineers are 5-2 winners. And Lovisa Solander will lead what appears to be just 11 saves. Tomorrow against Harvard to tie the record. But more importantly, RPI picks up a big 2 points here against Dartmouth. They needed to keep their playoff hopes alive and kicking here in this 2018-19 season. They have a tough challenge up tomorrow against the Harvard team that beat them earlier this year. So for myself, Barry Lascaris, we thank you, all of us here at RPI TV, for watching tonight's game. Final score, RPI 5, Dartmouth 2. You have been watching live coverage of RPI Women's Hockey on RPI TV.